In tonight's Biz Blitz, Google and Uber fighting over this. Both companies duking it out over who will be the first to release self-driving cars. Really? To Sabrina Schaefer, Gary B. Smith, Scott Martin. Gary, a lot of people, they're saying that Google has the advantage. I don't know who wants first to this, but I guess they figure it'll be worth being first. What do you think?
I'm kind of with you on the implication that this is a battle over the electronic buggy whip. I mean, you know, I look in the past history of just getting approval for a driverless car. You know, the big dig in Boston took 16 years to get done. Can you imagine the hoops that Google, Uber, anyone else, Amazon with their drones is going to have to go through to get this done? I think this is 25 years in the making, and by then they could move on to other things.
Well, I don't know. They must see it as worth the while, Sabrina. Do you?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that they're right. I mean, the regulation issue is going to be a big one. Maybe we should make it part of the 2016 presidential campaign, who can make, pave the way faster. But I do think that Google has the upper hand here. Look, I know that Uber is in the car business, so to speak, but they're not in the business of making the technology for cars. And I think that Google has been sort of slowly showing that it's interested not just in the invisible technology out there, but that are intangible things like Google Glass. So I'd probably put my money on them right now.
See, like Google Glass and like this technology, what if something goes wrong? And that's really the issue, right? I mean, that's what the world's waiting for. Not so much the technology, but for it to go awry. Remember Total Recall, that movie?
Sure.
They had the driverless cars, Sabrina. You remember in Total Recall?
And it's a goofy.
They were terrible drivers.
This car is goofy.
But
the people riding in the commercial
largely driverless.
I don't know. By the way, the worst driverless car is going to be better than my wife's driving. I'm just saying. On to issue 2.
Oh, that was mean.
Sorry, honey, it was in the prompter. Anyway, here's a good reason to lose some weight. United Airlines wants to cram even more people on a plane. I'm not talking a few. I'm talking 100 more seats on Boeing 777s. Now, Scott, you're a very slim young man. 100 seats.
It's the suit.
Holy cow.
I would have thought this already happened, though, because I always get next to the fat guy.
Oh,
so,
really?
I mean, to me, it's
Was
no
that
big deal.
you in first class?
It was me, yes. It was me in the back of the plane, always by the bathroom. But here's the issue, too.
Wow, that's
the airlines seeing a ton of profits these days, doing just fine, thank you very much, for charging you everything that you want to do on that plane, Neil. Now they want to add seats. I mean, come on, at some point,
No, you know what's next, Gary?
They
are going to have you standing. It's going to be like a cattle call in the skies, and then they just say you can stand and just deal.
As well they should. You know, Scott makes airlines out to be like they're big oil. My gosh, is there a harder industry to make money in than airlines?
Don't you justify this human cruelty?
But wait a second. You know, here's the benefit. People want the low prices. Airlines, inflation adjusted,
I don't think they
prices have gone down 50% in the last 30 years.
Next to me, I'm telling you, they don't want it that badly. I'm telling you. Sabrina.
No, but you know what, Neil, you know what it is? It comes down to the fact that everybody wants something different. And I think it's fascinating that you can get on, I got on a U.S. Air flight about a week ago, and it was really modern and more room.
He puts a priority on breathing.
And maybe get an armrest.
Yeah, an armrest.
Some people are willing to pay the extra $80, $90 for that extra legroom, but I think what the airlines are finding is that everybody has a different threshold, right? Everyone's willing to make different trade-offs. Some people will pay that extra $90. Other people will stand in the back if it means they get a $100 flight.
I just told Scott, just stay in coach, my man. Stay in coach, because I don't want you coming up by me. Anyway, next up, 1 trillion shares of Apple hitting new highs today. Its market cap is now topping $700 billion. Full disclosure here, I'm an Apple shareholder, have been for many, many years. Let me get that out of the way. But, Gary, do you think that this is overdone, or do you think it's running a little bit too crazy?
I do not. You know, if
Good,
you
let me put that down. Gary does not. Yippee-yi-yay. Okay, good.
I think the stock's going to go to $200, to be honest with you. It just really broke out. Is there another consumer product out there that is on the tips of everyone's tongues like Apple? You know, now we're going to move on to the Apple Watch.
Right, but there could be, right? What do you think, Scott?
There could be. And, Neil, they've got the cult following. Did you see the iPhone numbers from last quarter's results? Tens of millions? That's just a cycle product, by the way.
Selling 70-some-odd million of anything in a quarter.
And guess what? You do a new one, and then you sell more.
Right?
Well, yeah, I was really excited by this, but, you know, look, here I am in Washington, so I have to at least offer the perspective of what's coming down the pike with the budget. I know that the president is talking about lowering corporate tax rates, but how is Apple going to navigate the fact that we're going to be taxing foreign profits at 14%?
See. Yeah, they
so
can
I
face
wonder
some
if this
obstacles.
is
We shall see. Guys, I want to thank you all much, much more right after this.